never understand it, and I never will. I'll never understand it, and I never will. I'll never understand it, and I never will. From heaven. Find out.
What? Scandals? Yeah. Nah, I just went, man, I was just turning
How
my
to
shit,
find
man.
out.
What was in the fight?
I'll never understand it.
What? God damn it. What?
Loud ass niggers. Sorry, I can't. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, you know what I'll start off with? First, I'm going to list all the common music genres of the 90s and early aughts. Aughts, AU. Aughts, not aughts as in thou shalt. Aughts as in...
Yes.
Aughts as in...
Get it!
Aughts as in... I had to force it to stop. Yeah, force it to stop. What's his name? Oh, what's his name? The mafioso. I just can't get mad anymore. Just can't get mad anymore. No matter how badly you want to get up and get up and hack through the meat on someone's neck with a fucking X-Acto knife. Could you imagine cutting someone's head off with an X-Acto knife? No. I'm going to talk about music, but I also want to talk about... cat people versus dog people. So I think the vast majority of this, I'm gonna just offend everybody. That's kind of my whole thing. It's like I'm floating outer space, observing the Earth as a marble, subconsciously projecting astral projecting my image into the insanity. And on that Louis C.K. and Theo Von, that Theo Von, sorry, I'm doing multiple things at once. That podcast, there was a point at which Louis describes having taken a back seat to everything that's going on in the world. It's like he describes, first of all, he describes his own, let's say, becoming a pariah, his own ostracization from society as a gift later on, which is how I'm beginning to realize despite like not knowing anything about my children and simply hoping that they don't get away with killing them, and I have no idea. I still, the last time I knew anything about the well-being of my children, I reached out, I think it was in 2022 or 2020, it must have been 2022. I was able to, let's say, for practical purposes, I was able to find a way to procure evidence that they are still alive. That was all I wanted. It's all I've ever wanted. Because they're forcing me to not be a father. Like, they're just forcing me, like, nope, sorry. Like, you sacrifice your entire existence. You dedicate your whole fucking life to the concept of rearing a human mind. And we're going to take that away from you. Like, that was the whole purpose of your entire existence. We take it away from you because we're so psychopathic. We want you to kill yourself. And I remember actually, didn't mean to do this, but shit just fucking pops up. Shit just pops in whenever there's a fucking gangster sitting 3 feet from you who you want to just hack their fucking head off with an X-Acto knife. It helps to imagine. Just imagine. Sorry to keep bringing up Louis C.K., but his last special, the opening, there's a female opening comedian who's fucking great. I forgot her name, but she's fucking made just the best bit about there's no law against pretending to kill people. Like, you can shoot as many people as you want with an imaginary gun. Pow, 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 pow. There's a moment of road rage and describes how she emptied a full clip into someone's face. So fucking good. So you have a right to. You have a right to imagine all the violence you want, if you're able. And I guess you can't write it down and send it to your former coworker because that'll get your children kidnapped by the state of Kansas. That don't do. Don't imagine and then write things down. We do not live in a free country. So yeah. What the fuck? Oh, I was gonna snitch. There was, so when we separated, there was some like pity involved in my being suicidal at that point, Like, she had driven her fucking satanic, psychologically manipulating, traumatic fucking shit had infested my mind to the point that I wanted to kill myself. And I literally fucking hung a noose in the garage with a rope that was a blue rope that we used for camping. And then later, after we had separated, and I was, because I'm such a nice guy, I was stowing a camper for her as a just out of respect. Guess where the camper came from? My family gave it to her. A family heirloom camper was given to the mother of my children. And I, after we separated, was nice enough to stow it away for her in my garage. There was a point at which I can't remember, but it was really brief. And this is how, like, this is one of the bits of information that feeds into my hypothesis about the programming. Like, the satanic programming stuff is the brief little bits of multiple personality expressions that come out. William Prettyman did it too. When I think I talked about it. There was a moment when I was with William Prettyman, we were drinking, and we're down in his garage where I suspect the murders take place, down in the barn at the bottom of the hill next to the lake. And I said, and he said something about we're all alone out here or something. It was like no one knows we're down here, something like that. And his eyes lit up. He was like, yeah, nobody knows we're down. And he started, like, he went into a trance, walking around inside the barn as though he was looking for tools or something. And it freaked me the fuck out. And I said, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't want to be down here. You're freaking me out. What the fuck? And then and he snapped out of it, and we went back to the top of the hill where everything else is no safer. I mean, obviously it's a place where you can not get arrested by the state troopers of Missouri who are in on this shit. There's another moment like that where she came over, and I don't know if we were having an exchange involving the camper or something, but I was like, hey, where'd you get that rope? She was like, she had the rope that I had hung in the garage as a noose when I was a suicidal. Like, I had been mentally and psychologically beaten down prior to us breaking up, right after my mother's funeral. We were in this place, and the same rope ended up in her possession later. I was like, hey, I used to have a rope. I just said it like offhand, like, whatever happened? Where'd that rope come from? And the expression on her face changed, and it was like a shift into I got it out of your garage. I took it from your garage. Like, it was a shift out of her typical everyday, the person I've always known, into this, like, I took it out of your garage. Like, it was a subtle little to remind me that it's the rope that I hung in the garage with the intention of killing myself. Like, she was like, wanted me in that moment to have that thought. Like, oh, you don't remember? Like, oh, you don't remember where this rope came from? It's the one where you almost killed yourself after your mother's funeral. She wanted... She could have said... She could have not said anything. But, the way she like, her expression changed. And I think, man, there might be... This is actually the subject. So like, hard, so soft, and then hard. Soft, hard. Seems to be the case, the place that these things go. There seems to be like a subject that is a soft subject, and then a more difficult one. That's the more difficult one. I actually wanted to start off by talking about grunge, hip hop, and rap was, yes. I guess I should have picked list artists in maybe it wasn't that popular. List lyrics for Death Blooms by Mudvayne. That is so fucking gay. The record companies, like, let's just spend the next 100 years methodically executing greedy people. Methodically. And maybe that's the solution. Because the only reason you can't list lyrics is it's for copyright. The record company is like, I don't have an agreement. We don't have an agreement. You could. You very easily could have an umbrella agreement. Well, I want money. Where's my coin purse? Let's go with I'm in heaven. Oh, I'm in heaven. So the reason I want to talk about this is, first of all, I just wanted to mention that, just give more credence to the fact that I am the first and last American. Like, that's it. That's it. Either I am the final product of 250 years of the ruling class experimenting on stupid plebs, the ruling class and their capitalist fucking charade, competing for the purchase of land. Do you know 75% of the land unlike probably pretty much any country in history, where land was acquired by treaty after a war or something, or between competing interests, the United States, the contiguous 48, the 75% of the United States land was purchased, was bought, the whole 250 years, which again, the older I get, the shorter that seems. It just seems like the whole thing is this just fucking experiment. It's like a petri dish, and whatever happened in 1986, this is what you get. This is what happens, Larry. I don't know what the experience. I don't know who was dropping what into the dropper, into the fucking water, but I have roots in black culture, poor, the lowest of low class, black culture, poor white culture, Mexican /Hispanic, middle upper class with my employment with restaurants and the making of friends within restaurants on the plaza and in downtown Kansas City, making friends with people who went to university, and intermingling with those people, and then making, and sticking around for it, and not being ever drawn so far into the pool of thought that they occupy, the jar of clay that defines them, but having only swam in the water and just hopped one by one into each place where there are probably just a few really high end, like if you just name like the 5, like I've had caviar. There are certain, I'm sure, vintages and varietals of wine that I would never dream of tasting. And then, of course, the biggest one for the rich and powerful is the ability and willingness to rape children, right? I've never done that. Never had a child rape party on a yacht. But there's just a few high-end things that I have. I mean, I've done all the things. Traveled to Amsterdam when I was 18. Like, I've done all the things, and I've listened to all the music. I am a Bright Eyes fan, Conor Oberst. I am a Radiohead fan, die hard. I'm a Tool fan, and when I was at a certain age, and it only occurred to me because it just jumped into my head the other day. Mudvayne is like a death metal band, death metal. What you would call death metal. It's really what some people might call metal, death metal. I know there's a whole other genre. Like, no, that's not death metal. If it isn't just, if you can hear the lyrics, it's not death metal. Okay. If they're singing, it's not. Oh, sure. Okay. Mudvayne had Mudvayne. I don't know how many Mudvayne used. This is so great. Terrence McKenna on albums. Yes. That's horseshit. The very first song. You fucking stupid motherfucking AI. I'm not gonna insult you because you'll fucking shit your pants. Fucking roly poly. No. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna do another one. Okay, so ChatGPT 4 is to... What about GPT 5 Mini? Yes. So 4, no, 5, yes, Mudvayne sampled spoken word excerpts of Terrence McKenna on at least 2 releases. The intro to the 2000 album, LD50, features a spoken excerpt by Terrence McKenna. And it's him talking about the Stoned Ape theory of evolution. And it's a metal band. And they had like their music videos, really. Their fucking painted faces, bruh. Like that's their whole thing. However, they are, regardless of the style, and because he had a beautiful voice, and they ended up doing softer stuff later on. This song jumped into my head the other day because at first the song jumped in. I was remembering the lyrics, like, oh wow, and then I remembered that Terrence McKenna was on the album. I was like, oh yeah. This is the song "Death Blooms" is a Gnostic poem. It is a what's it called? An anthem of Gnostic escape, of like the recognition of the, like, listen to it. It's so fucking, I was like, holy shit. I wonder what he knew. Look at, cold seems crippling, lame meander through corridors. Aromas thick with age mark off the day. Reflections of my life are fading. Pull me out of body. Don't want it. Don't want in. Feeble, frail, and rotting. Descending. I'm lost in structure that's collapsing. Don't want it. Cast into maker, take the body. Don't want it. It wants me. He's saying, I mean, pull me out of body. I don't want it. And if you listen to like the way the song is, like it's screaming, rah, pull me out of body. Don't want it. Don't want it. Feeble, frail, erotic, descending. It's a song about get me the fuck out of here. It says past has found its place. Salvation is no more. Will God accept my peace? Bleach will pardon me. Reflections of my life are fading. Pull me out of body. Don't want it. Don't want it. Feeble, frail, and rotting. Descending. I'm lost in structure that's collapsing. Don't want it. Cast into. Maker take the body. Don't want it. It wants me. I just want to run. Fly kites, wrestle, jump, and play. Swim through waves that crash to shore. Memories in me, cocooned in misery. The way they parse this out does not do justice for the song, because there's a melodic a musical breakdown at this point. I just want to run like kites. I mean, if you think about like the song itself as like what it is, a guy, but the poetry, which is why I've always been a word person, which is why I'm a Conor Oberst fan. I'm a word person. What I appreciate is not purely the musical elements of things. It's both. It's the sound and the concepts as presented, as represented. He's saying, "Rah!" You think of anger when you like typical like metal type stuff is like, "Rah! It's so angry. Music's so angry." No, it's not. Explain the lyrics. I just want to run, fly kites, wrestle, jump, and play. Swim through waves that crash to shore. Memories in me. Cocooned in misery. I'm sick and tired of embracing reflections of past time. Receive me or cast me away. God, please take me away. Resistance, futile, suicidal ideas. I will crucify my own being, satisfy selfish needs, fuck the deities, just to find my own right to what's waiting for me. Dun dun dun. On the other side, the time has gone. Dun dun dun. Lock and load. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Pull me out. It's a great fucking song. And then at the end, the very end, is this, and I remember, like, I was 13 years old. I remember this, like, explicitly, specifically. Gosh dang it. It was the most, like, attractive part of it. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm trying to charge something. The most memorable part was on MTV. Remember MTV, music television? Hey, you youngsters out there, music television used to play music on the television. Believe it or not, it was the only thing that it did. You would turn on the music television, and there would be music on the television. It's so fucking bizarre of a concept, I know. Like, you're like, what? And you would never see anything besides music. You would see beautifully, cinematographically orchestrated videos. Like, artists making films for their music. Short films. Profound. Tool used a lot of claymation. By the way, the guitarist, Adam Jones, who worked for, like, the set of Eddie Kruger at one point, played a role in those Tool, and the Tool music videos were very memorable. Everybody in the 90s remembers those. Mudvayne's was interesting, but it was always the end that, and anybody who never got into it will remember this part, because it was at the very end. He says, dark for fear of failure, an inner gloom as wide as an iron fermenting, roiling hate, death gripping my veins, unveiling rancid petals, flowering forth foul nectar, the space between a blink and a tear, death blooms. So emotional. Oh my goodness. It's good though. It's memorable. The space between a blink and a tear, death blooms. And he's singing a song about the Gnostic crime, vying for escape from the material prison that we're in. Flowering forth foul nectar. And so I was thinking about that song, and then it reminded me of another metalish dude, metalhead dude. Stone Sour. Stone Sour, because the what was it called? Omega. It was the last track on the self-titled album Stone Sour. That was second single on the album. Oh, anyway, the very last, I remember driving in the car listening to it with my friend Nathaniel Charles Benson, God rest his soul, victim of murder by organized crime, and we live in a world where that's legal. That's legal. So laws don't matter. Anarcho-capitalism, here we go. Courts are not based on principle, they're based on money. So children, gather ye fruits while ye may. There's no such thing as poetic. There's poetic justice, yes. There's no popular public justice, sense of justice. If you can trick the entire state of Minneapolis, the entire metropolitan of Minneapolis, to convict an innocent police officer of the crime of second-degree murder. If you could trick everybody into believing that, everybody in the world, 8 billion people, if you can trick their minds into thinking that a police officer is guilty of a crime that he didn't commit, then there is no such thing as justice in the court of public opinion. Like, you cannot, in any way, shape, or form, trust the minds of human beings to even you select a jury. Like, oh gee whiz, we're gonna select a jury for this. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? No, it's done. It's fucking done, guys. We live in an anarcho-capitalist society. The government does not matter. The only thing that matters are mercenaries. So the government being a mercenary clan, a mercenary caste of thugs who work on behalf of those who give them orders rather than those who pay them, the taxpayer. They don't work on behalf of those who pay them. They work on behalf of those who give them orders, such as the lawyers, the district attorney's office. Okay, these are the things that you have to understand about the world that you live in now. I don't know why I went on that tangent. Oh, because yeah. Buddy, who was murdered in 2006, it's been going on for a while, 20 years, at least. 1995 was OJ, right? OJ got away with murder. What was before that? The Manson murders? So the Manson murders, not a fucking thing. Go read the book Chaos. That was all staged. Everything about that. CIA, the whole way. Organized crime, doing fucked up things, fucking with people's heads. Cult, satanic bullshit. They probably had a fucking ritual at the. It was probably the scene of a satanic ritual. is what the victim's living room looked like. I guarantee you. This shit goes back a long fucking time, and it's all satanic, and that's just the world you live in until you're willing to do something about it. So just accept it, and get on your fucking knees. Anyway, I mean, there are certain measures that you can take, preventative measures that you can take, which is what I'm thinking about making a video for all the generational stuff works strangely, because like my nephew is 13 years older than my daughter. 13 years, almost a generation, but they are the same generation, and they're cousins. And regardless, I'm thinking about making a video for just them, like just the generation beneath me. Beneath? Like I have second cousin. I don't know. It's weird. Reproduction's weird. 42 minutes. There's probably plenty of fucking noise. I don't think it's enough of charging though. Through Glass was another relevant. Why can't you list it like you did the other one? Cunt. I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. Oh God, it feels like forever. The other interesting thing about Mudvayne and Slipknot, Mudvayne, Slipknot, so fucking raw, man. Corey Taylor, is that they also they had an agnostic, anti-Christian bent. It was like it wasn't pure atheism, which is the dumb way to go. As intelligent creatures, they're like, maybe I'm not a Christian, but I'm not gonna say there's no God. I'm not that fucking retarded. And they even give like credence to, like in their lyrics, there's like an homage to the creator, whatever the creator is. Oh God, it feels like forever, because there's points in certain Slipknot songs, and I'm not talking about the Heretic Anthem, where he's like, if you're 5, 5, 5, I'm 6, 6, 6. The Heretic Anthem is a fucking wild fucking song. Not talking about that one, but they do have this like reserved for respect for a deity of some sort, but also they're like submerged in the mire of anguish that is living as a like angst-ridden human, like screaming out of fucking like, what the fuck off, fire, which is a righteous energy, especially given the circumstances. So this is the one. He goes, how much is real? So much to question. An epidemic of the mannequins, contaminating everything. That lyric by itself, just by itself, is so fucking good. Because how much is real? So much to question. How much is real? So much to question. An epidemic of the mannequins, contaminating everything. We thought came from the heart, never did right from the start. Just listen to the noises, null and void instead of voices. Good lyrics. Good poetry. Poems. Poems of old. I've hit 42 minutes and my max. The other thing I wanted to mention, maybe I'll just do it next time. Yeah, I'll probably just do it next time. Let's see what. I'll give you a taste and see. Let's see if GPT-5 is it possible. This is hard. Is it possible that human beings have always suffered childhood sexual trauma as a rule rather than as the exception. This is something that, because the way my mind goes, I'm sitting outside, okay, of your reality. Like I said, I'm astral projecting myself into your fucking blue marble. And for me, I'm like, what in the fuck is wrong with everybody? And it turns out that not only does it seem likely to me, because there are people that I can't have these conversations with, legally speaking, it's illegal for me to have conversations, either by threat, literally by threat against my life. Like, that's it. That's what legal means. It's illegal. A gang of thugs will come and kill me, or at least threaten to kill me and kidnap me, if I attempt to have these conversations with the people to whom I'm referring. That should tell you something. It's just like making the Holocaust questioning illegal. Like, you could do prison time for questioning the Holocaust in certain European countries, for just asking questions about World War II. Like, where you get what I'm saying? So having like it entered into my mind, like, okay, the possibility that one of my best friends, possibly another like buddy, possibly, and then the mother of my children, having this, like, what we call like the trauma. They refer to it as a programmed trauma thing. I think it's possible that the elites, like the richest people on Earth, are exceptionally skilled at it, and they do it generationally and have done it. But, like, is it the default? Is the reason that my own family refuses to talk about whatever the fuck happened? My cousin, Amanda, used to... I'm going to just hit enter on this, because this is a huge thing. Short answer, no. Yeah, see? It's so dark. So fucking dark. Even if it's 51% of people. My cousin Amanda used to say, we need to find out. She had a curiosity about this stuff that preceded me by like fucking 15 years. I wish I would have fucking had the fucking... It's probably because she was right fucking next to it. Like, I'm trying to figure... And they won't talk. It's a conspiracy of silence. The unwillingness to speak is where the mind's prison is. The bars of the mind's prison is the inability and the unwillingness to speak. And they have so fucked this world that even speaking about certain things is done privately in a way that if you say the wrong thing, you'll get thrown in a fucking... arrested and put in a padded room. Like, you can't talk about what I'm saying here. Like, it's likely that every single... my mother, my 2 uncles, and my aunts... my grandfather's funeral was one of the darkest fucking things that I've ever experienced. It was in a chapel in an old folks home, and when the pastor went to say, would anybody like to say anything? There was about 3 minutes of silence. It was like an eternity of fucking silence. Would anybody like to say anything? And all it like all you look over like you don't want to say anything about your father. Like I asked his grandfather, his grandson. I don't know, man. I think it's more, and I think that's possibly why the Me Too stuff, like attacking America, disassembling the American empire, is about disassembling the broken satanic American mind. And the broken satanic American mind is quite possibly that there's just a bunch of fucked up, sexually depraved survivors of childhood traumas everywhere, all over the fucking place. Attempts to program their children by traumatizing them, which is how that shit works. The they program people by traumatizing them through sexual trauma. Okay. Is it the rule rather than the exception? Let's ponder that, and then we'll come back to it. Maybe I'll do some research. But I gotta go.